Okay, welcome to the Launch One podcast with Mason Springer. I'm Mason Springer, and today we are with Daniel Parker from Mathews, and we are doing a 20-minute bow breakdown on the brand new Mathews ARC lineup. Bow just released the other day. We're getting some hot topics. This is a brand new bow. Really awesome stuff coming from Mathews this year. 2026 lineup just dropped, Daniel. You sound super busy. We're squeezing in a podcast.
Yep.
What's it feeling like this time of year?
Man, it's chaos and excitement all at the same time. It's the sales always buzzing, reviews are buzzing. We've had some phenomenal reviews. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to watch any of them, but things have been blowing up all in a positive manner this year. As we expected. So it's been awesome. A good handful of new technology that we added to the bows this year, and yeah, we're super pumped. It's been awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, right off the bat, pronunciation, right? It is ARC,
Yeah.
spelled ARC, ARC. And then you guys have two bows, 30, 34.
Yep.
Before we get started, what's your position at Mathews? What's your job there?
I'm in sales, but I'm like the event specialist and I'm a string sales rep. So I kind of do a couple different things. Like during trade show season, tournament season, spring and summer, like I'm traveling to a lot of events. So I go to majority of the ASA shoots. I go to expos, a bunch of tax shoots. So I get to do a lot of traveling, a lot of driving, setting up the booth, tearing down, talking with people. Again, at ASAs and tax shoots. But during the slower part of the season, well, I shouldn't say slow, but during the off season of those events, I'm in the office and I'm the string sales rep, customer service. So I'm taking orders, making sure all the dealers are taken care of across the country.
You're breaking up a little.
Oh,
There we go. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Yep, there we go. I got you now. I turned off your video. That way it'll upload a little quicker.
Okay.
Yep, and we'll just cut this out here. Yeah, so that's good. So you've got some qualifications. You know what you're talking about. I know we met at, it was probably Vegas this year, I believe. I was testing out one of the titles, and you ran me through the whole thing, and all four models and all the mods and everything, and got me lined out there. But yeah, so getting into the ARC, what's the target market for these bows? Like who are we marketing to here?
Yeah, so this fits like 98% of arches that are out there right now, because the draw length spread goes from, I think, 24, I might be a little off on that one, all the way up to 30 and a half on the ARC 30. And I think it's like 25 and a half up to 32. I know I have the top ends correct for 32-inch draw length on the ARC 34. So my bottom end draw length chart might be slightly off, so I apologize for that, but it's close to that.
Yeah.
But then we
I got it pulled up here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, we have the switch weight mods, as you're probably familiar with or heard of, but we have the module system where you can change the peak draw weight of your bow just with the mods. So you can make the ARC 30 and the ARC 34 be 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, or 80 pounds just by changing out the module. So super adjustable.
Wow.
It fits majority of archers out there. But yeah, you have the mod chart pulled up. What's that bottom end? A little off, I think.
Yeah, the bottom draw length on the ARC 30 is 25 inches, so it's going really short. And then, like you say, you've got a broad range of poundage adjustment there with the mods, which I really love from you guys.
Yep.
That's really awesome. And then let off, I've got the specs pulled up here. Looks like 80% or 85%. And then weights at the 30-inch model were rated about 4 pounds, and then we've got 4.3 for the ARC 34. So super lightweight for an aluminum bow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. So,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got the.
I was going to start just running.
Fine. We'll get here.
The break. We'll run through the breakdown of some of the components of the bow itself. But yeah, the weight of these bows is very similar to the lift axe from last year and the lift, which were at 3.99 pounds. And those were shorter axle to axle options. So the riser itself and the cams and the lid pockets are there's a little more machining, a little more skeletonized to keep that weight down, but give you a little bit longer axle to axle option. So, um, yeah, you will notice that these boats have a lot of machine cutouts, like a lot of machine time in general. I think it takes a little over an hour to machine the riser on these boats.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's good though. That's what we're looking for in these, high performance bows of today. Um, yeah, that's good. So, new features for this year. I've kind of made a list of the stuff that I've noticed, but and you may have more. But back to the riser there. How's this riser compared to the old lift and rigidity? I noticed the ends of the riser look a little bit bigger and slightly beefier, is what I would describe them as.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. They beefed up that top and the bottom of the riser a little bit. That also incorporates the silent connect system. So that's one of the added features this year to the riser, which the silent connect system, it used to be two tabs that you would screw into the lip pocket. It's for hoist ropes or for attaching a sling or for your protector cover that would wrap around your cams. Now, instead of having to screw on these two pieces in the lip pocket, it's machined right into the riser at the top and the bottom where you see it kind of beefed up right there. So that's one of the main features of the
Yeah.
ride that's here. Also, we have a integrated V-bar mount. So all other back bar mounts or V-bar mounts are threaded into that lower stabilizer bushing. Ours
Yeah.
now is slotted. So the riser itself has a cutout specifically for our bridge lock stabilizers, the integrated mount. So it's keyed, indexed, which means you can
Yes.
you can remove your V-bar mount with a thumb screw. So that way, like if you have anybody puts their bows in a case, the rear stabilizer, like depending on what angle you have it at, that can cause issues with getting into a soft case or a hard case. So you always have to remove your rear
Yeah.
stabilizer. And on top of that, if you hit your rear stabilizer or the bracket hard enough, it will pivot, you know? Um, now with
Yeah.
it
Yeah, absolutely.
now with it being slotted or keyed into the riser itself, that is not happening. There's nothing can leverage that back bar mount from shifting down. Um, and with it being
Yes.
removable with that thumb screw,
Yeah.
it's repeatable. So again, you can take off your whole mount with your stabilizer, put it back in your riser with that thumb screw, and you know with confidence that it's going to be exactly where it was before.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome having integrated mounts like that. I really like your guys' bridge lock system with the stabilizers and the sight and all that stuff. That's really good. And coming from a target background myself, like having that V bar that does not move is very important because I've been like halfway through a tournament and I look down and my that V bar is like down and my bubble's not on now and it's a
Yep.
mess. But yeah, having a solid connection like that, that's super important.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, so also you've got the new angle for the front bar, right?
Yes. Yep. There's a 7-degree down angle front bar, 10-inch, 12-inch, and 15-inch bridge lock options. So with those, when you run them at the full length, they will be that 7-degree down angle. But if you choose not to run it at full length, it will be a standard straight stabilizer. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you had your 10, 12, and 15 down angle. Otherwise, you could suck it in for putting it in your case. Or if you just, I've done it when I'm hunting in the blind. I'll have to suck my stabilizer in a little bit so I don't hit my blind when I have my bow up when I'm drawing.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little added feature.
Yes, yeah, that's very good, and I do like the down angle. Like I say, shooting target so much, I'm always playing with my stabilizers and the weight position on the vertical axis there. That's very important to play with, especially between bow setups. But yeah, that's a really nice feature there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was asking you through text here the other day about your new cam. Explain to me. We've still got the SWX mod, um, but what's different about the cam this year?
So this is the SWX2. That's the new cam this year. So it has a perimeter weight now. One thing that the engineers are really trying to strive for is, you know, all bows are tested in a lab, essentially, and when you put on a D-loop, you put on a peep sight, you add vanes to your arrow, because like when IBO is tested, or ATA, speed ratings, and this applies for all bow manufacturers. There's no peep on the string, there's no D-loop, and the arrow itself is 350 grains. It does not have vanes either. So that's the standard: 30-inch draw, 70 pounds, no peep, no D-loop, no vanes, and that's how
Yep.
you get your IBO speed rating. Okay.
Yes.
When you apply real world components, such as, again, D-loop, peep sight, vanes, whatever, you will lose speed. I mean, you're adding weight to your string, you're adding weight and drag to your arrow. So that
Yes.
perimeter weight helps retain a lot of that energy now. So you are maintaining a lot of speed. So if you shot a lift X at 70-30, or with your exact setup, and then you set up the new arc with the exact same setup, you will have, I think it's right around 4 to 5 feet per second faster speed rating out of your arc because of that perimeter weight in the cam now.
Wow. Yeah, that's big.
Yep.
And you guys have been running that on the title or something similar to that, right? For the last couple years?
So the title does have a SWT cam. It's slightly different. Geometry is different. Draw force curve is different, but it does have a perimeter weight. And that does have to do with speed. It has to do with also vibration and noise as well. So it's all about the efficiency. We do as many things as we possibly can just to gain, a couple feet per second added to your IBO rating. Like, I don't think your average person realizes how hard it is to gain just a couple extra feet per second, while maintaining a good draw force curve. Like, there's a lot of involved.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know. Like from an engineering standpoint, like archery compound bows, brands like you guys. I know you like it's hard. It's very very hard to get the efficiencies that you guys are getting out of these bows. Like a mechanical system like that. I know that's almost unheard of in other industries.
yeah, it's pretty incredible. Our engineering team is amazing. Like, they're working nonstop, just trying to just pick up that couple extra feet per second, trying to gain that little extra efficiency. And yeah, it might not look like much from 1 year to 1 year, but if you look at stuff over the past 3, 4, 5 years, there's huge differences. So
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. So I noticed we've also got a different limb angle this year, which also means different and new limb legs. Um, what's the rundown there?
So the new limb eagle, like Mark, one of the engineers, talks about this in one of the tech videos. We've been asked, like, how come you guys wanted a 30-inch axle to axle bow? And a lot of it just, again, has to do with where did this riser design want the limb eagle? So it's not like we chose, hey, we're going to have a 30-inch axle to axle bow. It doesn't exactly happen that way. So, like, with this riser design and this limb pocket design and these limbs, the most efficient draw force curve that we could produce was having those limbs at that angle. So the lift and the lift X, their limbs are below parallel, whereas the arc, this limb sits slightly above parallel. And then when you draw back, when that limb travels as you draw, it actually just goes barely below parallel. But the limb itself is more in a vertical path. Like, if you followed the axle on those limbs, it's more of a vertical path, versus if you have a past parallel limbo, such as the lift axle, the lift. When you draw back, those limbs will curve towards the riser. So you you have horizontal movement with that as well, which, that's one thing that you have to overcome with your design. But the new arc, again, that axle being slightly above parallel, and it basically travels in a vertical pattern. That's one thing that the engineers tested this year. It's what this riser liked, and it's where we got the most efficiencies, and actually cut down on noise and vibration as well. So a lot of benefits with trying different parts and pieces, and how it all works together is a major, that's a crucial component to the bows that we produce.
So my audio actually cut out here for a minute, but you didn't miss much, so stay tuned.
It's actually, so this bow does not come stock with monkey tails, because we got it to be just as quiet and less vibration than the Lift X with monkey tails. Yeah. Yep. So it's pretty incredible. And again, that all has to do with messing with riser design, limb pocket design, limb angle, the perimeter weight in the cam, all of that works together synergistically to, create the outcome that we got. So, one thing that I just wanted to hit on that I kind of skipped over is the mods. Unless you wanted to touch on this later, did you see that we have the new SWX Z mod, the easy mod, or a comfort mod? Did you see that?
Yes, I did see that.
So that is a new mod that will retrofit any of the previous models of the Lift X, the Lift RS, the Lift XD. This new SWX Z mod is a smoother drawing, more comfortable draw force curve. So if anybody has shoulder issues, or they think that for some reason that you transition from that peak weight to the back wall, if they think it dumps too hard, that transition point, these new SWX Z mods they're smooth as butter. That transition is just, it's way smoother.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that's a great option there. That's good to know. Yeah, that's great. So, we've got the Z mod. We've got all the different options as far as draw weight, let off. Sounds like you guys have a very versatile cam this year. What else is there to hit? I know we got some new colors this year. I'm really liking the Kodiak.
Yeah, that was the only color that we added this year, was that Kodiak Brown. But we've had a good number of solid finishes, solid color finishes this past few years. Green Ambush we came out with, I think that was 2021 ish. That was leading the pack for the longest time, but I feel like this Kodiak Brown is gonna be a competitor with that. We still have shale, we still have black, we still have earth, but I think this Kodiak Brown is gonna start climbing its way up the leaderboard in terms of favorite solid finish. So I'm pumped for it. That's what my bow is in. Kodiak Rising with black limbs. I think it looks really sharp.
Yeah, I really do like that Kodiak Brown. That's a good way to go. And just another note to hit here. I think that just the overall shape of this riser looks really good too. I mean, if you get some nice components, I think Chris B did a bow build. I watched his video and his full setup. I mean, it looked really slick.
Yeah, and that one thing too, one thing that Mathews we've been striving for the past few years is really diving into the accessory side and getting a full system. We have a low profile quiver now. We have the bridge lock stabilizers. There's the integrated mounting system for your rest. We have the bridge lock sight, and now we have the bridge lock, the back bar mount, the integrated back bar mount. So all your accessories are built into the riser, and it's just a much stronger platform for all your accessories to mount to. And it all works together in a positive manner. So that's one thing that again, we really think it helps performance. If you have a slimmer profile, it's just all in all a win-win to have all those accessories built to your riser that way.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, sounds like this is going to be a great lineup for 2026. I know people are already going crazy for it, and hopefully this podcast here will help them get a little bit better understanding of what exactly it is. But hey, Daniel, thanks for coming on with me today. How can people reach out to you or Mathews or get in touch with any questions?
Yeah. So you can reach out to me. I mean, my extension is 210 at Mathews, 608-269-2728, extension 210 if you got any questions. Otherwise, I'll be at ASA shoots, Vegas shoot, tack shoots. You know, if you see the Mathews booth there, come on over. We'll help you out. We have all the bows and a lot of the bots to get a bow set up for you, and we'll have shooting lanes too. So come check them out.
Yeah, perfect, Daniel. Hey, I appreciate you coming on today. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks, Mason.